Evet, herkese merhabalar. Hepinize hoş geldiniz. Bugün bizim öğrencimizin, Meis Elcumeyli öğrencimizin webinar konusu genç inşaat mühendisleri. Kendisi anlatacak. Mikrofonu ona bırakıyorum. Sonra soru varsa e, Meis alabilir. Evet, mikrofon sende Meis.
Merhaba herkese. Ben Meis El-Cumeyli. Bugün taşlayacağım İngilizce tabii ki. How sulfate attacks in strength of concrete in İngilizce. And başlayacağım mı?
Tabii.
Ekranını paylaş.
Tamam. Influence of internal sulfate effect on high-strength concrete in terms of quality management. The use of high-strength concrete has received much attention recently because the use of high-resistance concrete reduces the concrete squirt, and this provides more space within the facilities, reduce the weight of structure, and allow an increase in the number of floors, while also distinguished by its high durability with time. The effect of sulfate in turning concrete is one of the most important technical problems facing concrete industries, which negatively affect the quality of technical properties of concrete, as the internal sulfate attacks lead to large expansion in concrete, which led to decrease in the compression resistance, which caused damage to concrete structure, especially those used in bridge and gain concrete structure. In this study, the effect of attacks of external sulfur salt on concrete was evaluated by following the change to the compressive strength of concrete model that are fully and continuously immersed during the immersion provide in different sulfate solution like magnesium sulfate MgSO4 and sodium sulfate Na2SO4 and calcium sulfate CaSO4 separately with different concentration and different age. Also, the effect of internal sulfate on the quality of high-strength concrete was highlighted by studying in its effect on the quality of material. Sure, in turning for formation of high-resistance concrete, normally what is contained gravel, sand, and cement. The results showed that the resistance to compression and direct and indirect tensile strength decrease in the percentage of sulfate salt in the concrete mixture, and its experts the same behavior accordingly. Also, the total content of the effect sulfate salt may have a better positive effect than the total sulfate content because it's depends on the size of grains of the material used. I mean, gravel, sand, and cement. A study recommended the use of sulfate resistant cement, a type of Portland cement, where the amount of tricalcium aluminum limit to less than 5% and the oxide of calcium, silicon, and base material and less than 25%, which reduce the formation of sulfate salt, at which time the possibility of sulfate attack on concrete is reduced, as recommended by the most important in the research is DAMAC work team for the purpose of continuing to follow up on quality according to its different stage and giving him the time necessary for that for his height ability damage and trait deviation. This is the research methodology, field data security and the location and time and support. The hypothesis, purpose, and import and objective of the study were a discussion this point. Objective of the study. The study aims to produce high resistant concrete according to certain mix ratio. Trading sulfate attack on high resistance concrete. This is the most important part. Improving the quality of technical properties of high strength concrete compounds and control concrete quality statically. The possibility of modifying the content of fine aggregate in concrete mixture determine the properties stability for mixed high resistance concrete, reducing cost, quality required during the hire things the right way the first time, which means reducing or accomplishing damage thing and the reducing cost, reducing the time required to complete the project, achieving quality through the development of method use the inspection and mixing operation of concrete material. And this is the purpose of the research, the study. There is it's important from the importance of the research variable as there as are with many and basic use for high resistant concrete. Therefore, this matter require in-depth and thorough study on this topic. Therefore, this study was conducted to control the quality of high-resistance concrete through a statistical method used to improve the work. Where I do this research in Salahuddin in Iraq, in Salahuddin Stadium, and it's a hotel in Salahuddin governance and presenting. The best surface. This study also works to to create the correct scientific method for determine the mixing ratio of material for highly resistant concrete in accordance with international quality standard. On other hand, is critical for lowering the cost of employing high quality material, as well as the devices authorize, meaning use, and for quality control. Therefore, the research draw it's important in addition to the above reason will follow. And sorry, this page has been replayed twice. This is uh, yes, this symbol defines inequality of material mixes. Skills for high strength concrete or its technical characters used in construction. A project may load to human disgrace like Kahraman Marash earthquakes. The need for an intelligent system to improve quality and delect derivatives in high resistant concrete. Industry using statistical, technical, and method. Use advanced statistical, technical inequality control properties of concrete, high resistance, importance to research which contributes to resist the level of quality of concrete and project using it. This is display the increase in cost per cubic meter of high strength concrete in addition to the increase in the cost of quality control. The cost of final works much lower due to higher final evaluation of concrete and masonry. High strength concrete has high durability, abrasion resistance, and chemical resistance. The hypothesis: do the content of the mixture affect the concrete resistance? There is a conceptual version in the properties of mixing material of concrete high resistance because of the weak quality control. The use of quality tools in controlling the technical characters of high-strength concrete loose to resisting the level of the quality and reducing deviation from its international standard. This is the research was applied to Salah ad-Din and where the project including building and stadium and its other annexes in addition to building a hotel attached to to the stadium to receive guests other national study location Salah ad-Din Iraq. And this is the time of the tests. Now, the most important testing of hardened concrete. This is the test. But before we talking about the figure, hard concrete, the researcher will force on the destructive test because of their cost importance for high strength concrete, and he will choose the most important of this test, which are compressive resistance test, tensile test, and bending resistance test. This is the we show the destructive test and non-destructive test and virtually destructive test. The destructive test we have compressive and tensile and revert and shear. In the non-destructive test, we have real fluctuate through concrete and we have squares hammer. And in the practical descriptive test, we have just coarse concrete. And this is the most important figure: how I made the mixture and how much I put fine aggregate and coarse aggregate and how I put the sand, the mixture of the sand. Next design, we have four type coarse aggregates size 520 milli and cement content and fine aggregates in model 2.9 and 2.78. In the content, we have the mixed preparation and the fresh concrete and slam test and hardened concrete. Hardened concrete is we have two internal sulfate attack and reference mix. Internal sulfate attack, we have the three type of contents: gravel, sand, and cement. The same reverse mix also we have gravel and sand and cement, but a different percentage. And we have our hardened concrete graving in tap water, compressive strength, we have compressive and flexible strength test, density, abrasion, and UBF test. And also all of them age of test 7 or 28 and 80 day. This is the same part of my research is DAMAC. Application of the DAMAC methodology of improvement in order to control the quality in the project. The research sample will be referring to the DAMAC methodology, which works in improve the compressivity by determining error and their cause, يعني الerror and their cause, as well as improvement same chemical properties of the concrete mixture. As this methodology consists of 5 stages, and each stage some tool will be used, and quality control techniques based on data, field visits, and personal interviews. To know why, because to know the reality of the project work, conduct analysis, and make improvements. The word of Mark, what's mean? D defined, determine the problem, and M measurements, determine the measuring interested to be used. And in the measurement, we have another program. It's same sigma, but now we didn't discussion. A analyzes mean in define the root cause of problem, and I improvement gives some suggested for improvement, and in the last control, meaning control the process and make corrective. Now we discussion the case and effect diagram. We have concrete has low compressive, and we have the appearance of white and the appearance of cracks. The concrete has low compressive. We have mixed method, the preparation, humidly chemical, and we have in the appearance of white, we have increasing the lifespan of concrete, the rubble concrete mix. When the sulfate salt attacked, we have aggregate particle size, mixed ratio of concrete, and we have speed in the process of living. This is so important. Speed in the process of living the concrete. Do not use sharking. Well pouring the water inside it evaporated quickly. Now, conclusion. Cement in the main effect, sure, cement is the main effect compound on which the strength of concrete depends, and the most important influencing factor in cement. It is quantity, substance, and chemical combustion. The effect of chemical combustion of cement depend on the proportion of its four main components, namely calcium silicate (C2S), tracheum silicate C3S and calcium trementii C3A and calcium fractira aluminium C4AF C3S and C2S control cement resistance. This is the most material important in mixture in cement mixture. Conclusion. We don't continue. Cement with a high content of C3S resistance faster than cement with a high percentage of C3S since C2S. And the compound respectively for the early resistance of the cement. The result of the integration in calcium salt sulfate, which in ferlite encloses an instability thallium compound that loss of incubation and cracking of the concrete body, especially in the later age, which cause a decrease in the compressive strength of concrete. The possibility of the applying in the DAMAC methodology in improving the quality of the projects by dividing the projects and checking the quality of the stage. And this is the recommendation. Refuse the Iraqi standard because I'm do this test in Iraq, so I depended on the Iraqi standard. Iraqi standard no 45 1184 for the sulfate content of all type of cement effect SO3% and compare with the international standard like American and British ratio. Relying on the DAMAC work team for the purpose of continuity to follow up on quality according to its different stage and giving him the time necessary for that for his high ability to dangerous and third diversion. The use of sulfate-resistant cement, a type of Portland cement, which type where the amount of tricalcium aluminum is limited to less than 5% and the oxide of calcium, silicon, and other mineral or less than 25, which reduce the formation of sulfate salt, at which time the possibility of sulfate attack on concretes. Thank you.
Evet. Teşekkür ederiz Meis. Hocalarım soru sormak isteyen var mı?
Soru soracak kimse yok zaten. İkimiziz. Benim sorum yok zaten. Şey değil, benim alanım olmadığı için.
Hı.
Benim var mı sorunuz hocam?
Yok hocam ama benim bir önerim var. Öneride bulunmak istedim Meis.
Evet hocam buyurun.
Meis senin dilinde biraz zayıflıklar var. Çalışman gerekiyor. İngilizce'de. İngilizcen çok şey değil. Bilgin olsun.
Hakikaten.
Çalışman gerekecek. Ondan sonra bu konu hakkında sana birkaç tane sorum olacaktı. Bu konu senin konun mu?
Evet, gerçekten yüksek lisans tezis. Benim yüksek lisans.
Yüksek lisans tezin. Tamam. Tamamdır. Tamam. Benim bu kadar hocam.
Tamam, teşekkür
Tamamdır.
ederim hocam.
Sağ olasın. Ben de teşekkür ederim. Kaydı aldık. Şimdi muhtemelen Yasin Hoca gelsin, onunla konuşayım. Muhtemelen şeye koyarlar. Bizim YouTube
Evet.
sayfasına.
Hı hı.
Oradan öğrencilerimiz de bakıp faydalanabilir.
Evet. Bakabilir. Aynen öyle.
Tamam.
Evet. Tamamdır hocam. O
Tamamdır.
zaman
Teşekkürler.
teşekkür ederiz.
İyi
Teşekkür
günler.
ederim.
Ha,
Sağ olun.
çok sağ olun.
Fikir vermeyiz. İyi günler. Sağ olun.
Kaydı.